The competency in this lesson is convert between English units of length, mass, and volume. A conversion ratio or unit factor is required to move between measurements. So this conversion ratio is equal to 1, and it is based upon the concept of equivalent values. For length, these are our conversion ratios. 1 foot or FT equals 12 inches or IN. 1 yard or YD equals 3 feet. 1 mile or MI equals 5,280 feet, or 1 mile equals 1,760 yards. Now we are going to do examples using these conversion ratios. Example number 1. 5 yards equals how many feet? So first we are going to write down the unit that we are going to convert, and then we are going to multiply it by a conversion ratio. So here 1 yard equals 3 feet. So that means we have two options: 3 feet over 1 yard, or 1 yard over 3 feet. So question, which of these two are we going to use? Since we need to cancel out yard, we need to use the one which has yard on the denominator, and that's 3 feet over 1 yard. Now this yard cancels out, so that means 5 times 3 feet over 1, and the answer is 15 feet. Example number 2. 84 inches equals how many feet? Again, we are going to write down the unit that we are going to convert and then multiply it by a conversion ratio. So we have here 1 foot equals 12 inches. So we have two options: 12 inches over 1 foot, or 1 foot over 12 inches. Which of these are we going to use? Again, since we need to cancel out inch, that means we need the one with inch on the denominator, and it's the second one. Now this means inch cancels out, and we have 84 times 1 foot divided by 12, and that's 7 feet. Example number 3. 2 miles equals how many inches? First, we are going to copy down the unit that we are going to convert. That's 2 miles. Then multiply it by a conversion ratio. However, from our list, we don't have a conversion ratio relating mile to inches. So the first thing we are going to do here is to convert these miles to feet. We need to cancel out miles, so that means we need a conversion factor that shows mile on the denominator. So it's 5,280 feet over 1 mile. Now mile cancels out. Again, we need a conversion ratio converting feet to inch. So we need a conversion ratio that shows feet on the denominator, and that's 12 inches over 1 foot. Now this FT cancels out, so that means 2 times 5,280 times 12, and that's 126,720. Example number 4. 216 inches equals how many yards? Again, we are going to write down the unit that we are going to convert. That's 216 inches. Then multiply it by a conversion ratio. Again, from our list here, we don't have a conversion ratio that relates inches to yard. So first we are going to convert these inches to feet, and we need a conversion ratio that shows inches on the denominator, and that's 1 foot over 12 inches. So this IN cancels out. Then again, we need a conversion ratio that converts feet to yard, and we need the one that shows feet on the denominator. So that's 1 yard over 3 feet. So this FT again cancels out. So that means 216 times 1 divided by 12. And again, the answer multiplied by 1 divided by 3. And our answer is 6. So that means 216 inches equals 6 yards. Now, for mass, these are the conversion ratios. 1 pound or LB equals 16 ounces or OZ, and then 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So we will do examples using these conversion ratios. Example number 5. 15 pounds equals how many ounces? So again, we are going to copy down the unit that we are going to convert. That's 15 pounds. And then multiply it by a conversion ratio. So we have two choices here. 1 pound over 16 ounces or 16 ounces over 1 pound. And we need the one that shows pound on the denominator so that we can cancel out pound. And this is the second one. So pound cancels out. So that means 15 times 16 ounces over 1. And that gives us 240. So this means 15 pounds equals 240 ounces. Example number 6. 9,000 pounds equals how many tons? Again, we are going to copy down the unit that we are going to convert, and that's 9,000 pounds. Then we are going to multiply it by a conversion factor. We have two choices, 1 ton over 2,000 pounds or 2,000 pounds over 1 ton. And we need the one that has pound on the denominator to cancel out pound. And that's the first one. That means times 1 ton over 2,000 pounds. And these pounds or LB cancels out. So that means 9,000 times 1 ton over 2,000, that gives us 4.5. So this means 9,000 pounds equals 4.5 tons. Example number 7. 2.5 tons equals how many ounces? Again, we are going to copy down the unit that we are going to convert. That's 2.5 tons. And then multiply it by a conversion ratio. Here we don't have a conversion ratio that relates ton to ounces. So first we are going to convert ton to pounds. So we need a conversion factor that shows ton on the denominator. And that's 2,000 pounds over 1 ton. So this ton cancels out. Again, we need to convert pounds to ounces, and we need the conversion ratio that shows pound on the denominator, and that's 16 ounces over 1 pound. So this pound cancels out. That means 2.5 times 2,000 times 16 ounces equals 80,000 ounces. For volume, these are our conversion ratios. 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces or FLOZ. 1 pint or PT equals 2 cups. And then 1 quart or QT equals 2 pints. And 1 gallon or gal equals 4 quarts. Now we are going to do examples using these conversion ratios. Example number 8. 11 cups equals how many fluid ounces? First, we are going to copy down the unit that we are going to convert. That's 11 cups. Then multiply it by a conversion factor. From our list, we have 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. So we have two choices: 1 cup over 8 fluid ounces, or 8 fluid ounces over 1 cup. So since we need to cancel out cup, so we need the one with cup on the denominator. So that's the second one. So that's 11 cups times 8 fluid ounces over 1 cup. So this cup cancels out. So that means 11 times 8 fluid ounces divided by 1, that's 88. So that means 11 cups equals 88 fluid ounces. Example number 9. 48 quarts equals how many gallons? Again, we are going to write down the unit that we are going to convert. That's 48 quarts. And then multiply by a conversion ratio. From our list, we have 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. So that means we have two choices: 1 gallon over 4 quarts, or 4 quarts over 1 gallon. We need the one that shows quart on the denominator. That means we are going to use 1 gallon over 4 quarts. Now this QT cancels out. So that means 48 times 1 gallon over 4, that's 12 gallons. So 48 quarts equals 12 gallons. Example number 10. 5 gallons equals how many pints? We're going to copy down the unit that we are going to convert, and that's 5 gallons. Then multiply it by a conversion ratio. From our list, we don't have a conversion ratio that relates gallon to pint. So first, we are going to convert gallon to quarts. And we need the conversion factor that shows gallon on the denominator. And that's 4 quarts over 1 gallon. Now this gal cancels out. Again, we need a conversion factor that converts quarts to pints. And we need the one that shows quart on the denominator. And that's 2 pints over 1 quart. Now this quart cancels out. So that means 5 times 4 times 2, and that's 40. Now, your turn. Convert the following to the indicated unit. You can pause the video and work on these 5 items. Number 1, 8.5 yards equals how many inches? Number 2, 240 inches equals how many feet? Number 3, 184 ounces equals how many pounds? Number 4, 12 gallons equals how many pints? And number 5, 288 cups equals how many gallons? Now I will show you the answer. For number 1, the answer is 306 inches. Number 2, the answer is 20 feet. Number 3, the answer is 11.5 pounds. And number 4, 96 pints. And number 5, 18 gallons. Did you get the 5 items right? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Teacher Rejil. Keep safe.